Listen, here are 3 major benefits of why, if you're a seller today, you should be using or considering creative finance. What's going on, future billionaires? Welcome back to the channel. And if this is your first time here, yo, welcome. Welcome to Journey to a Billion. My name is SirDerrick.
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
Go upstairs. Get out of here. Now my dogs want to just come down and start playing. Anyway, what's going on, future billionaires? Welcome back to the channel. And if this is your first time here, yo, welcome. Welcome to Journey to a Billion. My name is SirDerrick Phantom Hive. I'm a financier and a deal maker. I raise capital for companies and I negotiate real estate and business M&A deals. Creative finance, what is it? So if you've never ran across my video or my channel, I actually have videos that I've made that I'll tag right here about what is creative finance. But I'm sure in 2024 that people have come to you, or you've heard the term creative finance or subject to or seller finance, whatever it might be. So in this video, we're not going to go into those, but we're going to talk about the 3 major benefits that you get as a seller using creative finance. So the third major benefit you get from creative finance is really time and ease of close. To be honest, most of the time, especially depending on your market, and especially right now in these high interest rate environment right now, the time to close and the ease of close, oh my God, is so much easier to do a creative deal now than it has been the last 10 to 12 years. Because with creative finance, either you're going to be the bank or someone's going to take over your existing payment if you're looking at those options. And it is a whole lot easier, meaning you do your underwriting or you have a company do some underwriting on them, but you're realistic. You're looking at like, do the person has the ability to pay? Do they have any history of doing this? Do they know what they're doing, or is this their first time? And then how am I going to be secured on this? Outside of the property, yes, but are they going to have money in escrow? Are they going to have a down payment? Things like that. So I'll say this: if normally someone's not using a hard money lender or paying outright cash, which most people aren't paying cash, they have some type of hard money lender. So they're paying cash, but they're not paying out of, like, they don't have the money. They still have a lender. They still have to do XYZ. Like, it's not like someone's coming in like, oh, I love the house, I'll take it, and I'll take it today. No, most people aren't doing that. But typically, if you're selling property, it's between 30 and 45 days, 60 days sometimes. Because you still have to go through inspections, you have to go through underwriting, title insurance. I mean, you have a whole bunch of different things that has to happen before the bank cuts that check. And that takes time. And a lot of times, at least in my experience, what I've seen is that a lot of people who are really trying to sell their property and they're trying to sell it quick, a lot of times they're selling it at it might be a reasonable price, right? It might be a reasonable price, but then because they need the time, because they need the ease of close, a lot of time they'll take a huge haircut, or at the last minute, some type of hurdle will come in there and push it farther and farther back. I mean, I've seen that so many times where, okay, hey, we can close in 20 days or 25 days. And next thing you know, it's 45 days out and they're still not anywhere close to closing. Again, the third major benefit to using creative financing is ease of close. Now, the number 2 reason is, of course, price. Most sellers, Jesus Christ, do not realize that how much they're overcharging for their particular property. Now, a lot of that comes from investors inflating the market. So meaning, or foreign investors or foreign, like people, either domestic or foreign nationals coming into a particular area, buying up the neighborhood. A great example is what's going on in Miami right now. What's going on in Miami right now is that a lot of people from New York are moving down to Florida, especially Miami, because it's much cheaper to live down there. So they're bringing their $300,000, $500,000, $1 million a year salaries down to South Beach, and they're pricing everyone out. They're pricing everyone out now. And Miami has a special place in my heart because I lived there for a little bit. I have done some projects down there, but like these were of course downtown projects, so that doesn't really matter. But now seeing that what's going on into the neighborhoods, especially in in the neighborhood I used to live in, it's like, good Lord. If you want to call it gentrification, you can, but I mean, to be honest, this is happening all over. As we saw also during the pandemic, a lot of people were moving from major cities to smaller cities, and that was driving up the rents. Now, there's a bunch of other reasons for that, but that's not for this video. So let me get back on topic.
Thank you, Jimmy.
But a lot of times you can get the price you want or higher when you're being more creative. So for instance, seller finance, I'm selling something on a note. The last video I made, I gave an example of how my friend sold his car that he was originally looking for $20,000. He sold it for $25,000 on payments. These are benefits that you get from using creative finance because it really allows you to set the price. Now, normally you set the price, either you get the price or you get the terms. Now, if you're a seller, honestly, you're just focusing on price. And unless you're in a dire situation, it's more beneficial to just give the person the terms. And of course, y'all can negotiate those. I mean, of course, don't get in a situation where you're selling something for $100,000. They're like, oh, I'll give you $1 million for it, but I'm gonna pay you out over 100 years. Well, that doesn't make any sense at that point. But something that's more realistic could be, okay, you're selling something for $100,000. Okay, I'll sell it to you for $200,000. I'll sell it to you for 30 years on the 30-year amortization. But you need to balloon payment or refinance me out in, let's say, 7 to 10 years. That's more realistic. And I know a lot of sellers, honestly, have been coaxed or have been boxed into thinking that you should get all your money up front. And honestly, that just comes from them wanting their commission. And my next video is going to be for you agents. So if you are a seller or if you're an agent watching this, just like and subscribe. I'm going to be giving you some good stuff. But the second benefit is price. You can 9 times out of 10 get the price you want or higher. Equity. Now, equity and price can kind of be the same thing, but when I say equity, what I'm talking about here is that you actually increasing your equity so that your balance sheet looks or your wealth can be more, and or like in my last video, and go take a look at my last video on seller finance, you can actually gain equity in something, in a property. I've seen a few people sell 75% of their house. Like, I literally have seen and help negotiate deals on where someone's selling 75% of their house and they're going to keep 25%, and then they can use that 25% to still do whatever it is that they want to do, and they end up getting a home equity line of credit. So they sold the property on payments. They get 75% of the property, everything in the equity in the property, and the client gets, or the seller gets, 25%, and they was able to continue to use, because they had a home equity line of credit, they was able to continue to use that and to go out and buy more properties and things like that. And eventually they end up selling the other 25% to the buyer. But that was after, I think, 2-3 years or something like that. And the seller had went off and actually bought 2 or more properties actually using this particular strategy. So there are a lot of different things that you can do in being creative. The great thing about creative finance, or just being creative in deal making, is that you can do whatever it is you want to do. This is a private contract, and outside of a couple things that might be a little crazy, you can really do whatever it is you want to do. Like, I've seen some crazy deals in crazy deal structures. I'm just like, oh, okay, I need to get more like that. Especially when I was starting off early and you just thinking it was just cut and dry and everything. No, you can get super creative, and you should. Now, don't be greedy. There needs to be balance, of course, but you can get as spaghetti or as loose as you want to be. So Again, this is a quick video I wanted to make to talk about the 3 benefits that sellers get from using creative finance. So time and ease of close is number 3, price is number 2, and equity is number 1. So with all that being said, thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. I really appreciate you. I would love if you liked our video, hey, like the video. If you want to see more, subscribe to the video and hit that noti bell. And with all that being said, see you guys on the next one. Peace.